Derrick Henry just proved to everyone that age is not a barrier to being the best. At 30 years old, in his very first season with the Ravens, he absolutely dominated like never before. Nearly 2,000 rushing yards, 16 touchdowns, and a career-best average. Many doubted if he could adapt to Baltimore's different style, but he made it clear he's still the king of the game. Want to know how he did it and what's next for the team? Stay with me until the end because this story has surprises that will shake the entire NFL. Go Ravens! Imagine a player who, even at 30, an age when most running backs start to lose their edge, still manages to run more yards than almost anyone else. That's exactly what Derrick Henry did. In 2024, he proved he's still at his peak. He rushed for 1,921 yards, scored 16 rushing touchdowns, plus 2 receiving, all in just one season. And the crazy part? He averaged 5.9 yards per carry, the best of his entire career. It's like he's faster and stronger now than he was when he was younger. Now, that's not common at all. Usually when players hit 30, their bodies start to slow down. Speed drops, stamina fades, and injuries pop up more often. But Henry's story is different. He didn't just maintain his previous level. He improved in several ways. While other veterans struggle to keep up with the NFL pace, Henry simply ran over opposing defenses, carrying his team on his back in many games. That shows how special he really is. Many people thought when Henry joined the Baltimore Ravens, his production would drop because of his age. After all, running backs rarely perform at a high level for that long. But Henry silenced the doubters with impressive stats and plays that looked like video game moves. He showed no signs of slowing down. On the contrary, he seemed more motivated than ever. That makes you wonder, is he still not at his absolute best? What's even more surprising is that all of this happened in his very first season running in a totally different offense than what he was used to. Have you ever tried playing a new game that's completely different from what you're used to? That's what happened to Derrick Henry when he arrived at the Baltimore Ravens. For years, he played in a team where the quarterback lineup under center, very traditional. But in Baltimore, the style is different. The quarterback lines up farther back in a shotgun formation. That changes everything for a running back. Many thought he'd struggle with that. But Henry's response on the field was a total success. Despite all those changes, Henry quickly mastered the new system. He kept his rhythm, read blocks well, showed patience on plays, and exploded at the right moments. Many players don't adjust that fast. It's like he reinvented himself to fit perfectly with the Ravens style. And the most incredible part, he did it without losing who he is. He stayed strong, tough to tackle, and dominant in physical contact. This adaptation proves how smart he is on the field. It's not just strength. It's also about reading the game, knowing when to speed up, and spotting where the defense is weak. And in a new offense, that's something only a player with experience and dedication can master so quickly. Henry proved he's not just a physical beast. He's a complete player. That explains why, even switching teams and styles, he had one of the best seasons of his career. This extraordinary performance caught the attention of one of the NFL's top performance analysts, Pro Football Focus, which analyzes every NFL play with highly detailed grades. Couldn't ignore what Henry did in 2024. Analyst Dalton Wasserman didn't hold back praise. He called Henry's season simply outstanding. He went further, saying that among all players over 30 in the league, no one performed better than him. That's huge considering how many veteran stars are still playing. The stats back it up. Henry led the NFL with a rushing grade of 93.5, according to PFF. That means experts saw him as the most efficient runner in the league. And there's more. He forced 89 missed tackles, meaning defenders failed to stop him nearly 90 times. That's incredible. And get this, he averaged 3.6 yards after contact. So even when defenders grabbed him, he kept pushing forward. These numbers show Henry didn't just maintain his level, he surpassed it. Most running backs over 30 are trying just to survive in the league. Henry is dominating. This completely changes how coaches and fans view a player's longevity. With all this data, PFF basically said, until there's clear evidence of decline, Henry is the best player over 30. And coming from such a technical analysis, that carries a lot of weight. But Henry's dominance isn't the only factor making the Ravens' offense so dangerous, because there's another key player sharing the backfield with him.
All right, we're already past the halfway point of this video, but before we continue, I noticed you haven't left a like yet. It's really important because it helps YouTube keep showing you my content so I can keep bringing you the best news about the Baltimore Ravens. So go ahead and hit that like button. It's free and it really helps. Thanks. Now let's get back to it.
When you combine one of the league's most explosive quarterbacks with one of the strongest and most experienced running backs, the result is terrifying. Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry formed a duo in 2024 that no one wants to face. Lamar is fast, unpredictable, and escapes defenders with incredible ease. Henry is a moving wall. Defenses simply don't know where to focus, and it works perfectly. This combination turned the Ravens into a nightmare for defensive coordinators. When the team runs the ball, the opponent never knows if it's Lamar advancing or Henry getting the ball and running over everyone. Even on passing plays, just having both on the field puts the defense on high alert. This creates space, causes mistakes, and gives the offense freedom to do whatever they want. Their chemistry clicked right away. Most importantly, it doesn't look like a one-season thing. Their confidence in each other grew game by game. It's clear they respect each other and understand each other's roles. While one fools defenders with speed, the other punishes physically. This balances a Ravens offense like few teams can. It's the kind of partnership that, if it continues, could lead the team to major achievements. And it's precisely because of this long-term potential that the Baltimore Ravens made a bold move off the field. Seeing a team invest heavily in a veteran player is always a clear sign of confidence. And that's exactly what the Ravens did with Derrick Henry. Even though he's over 30, the franchise had no doubts. They offered him a 2-year contract extension worth $30 million. This shows that for Baltimore, what he did in 2024 wasn't luck. It was just the beginning of something even bigger. Contracts like this are rare for running backs at this age. Many teams prefer to bet on younger players, thinking about the future. But Henry broke the mold. He proved he can still perform at a high level and that his body can take the hits. What the Ravens basically said was, "We trust you'll keep being a monster for at least a few more seasons." And based on his performance, that bet looks very safe. Furthermore, keeping Henry on the roster helps bring stability to the offense. With Lamar and Henry together, the team has a strong, experienced core. This facilitates the development of younger players, maintains a competitive level, and greatly increases the chances of contending for titles. It's the kind of decision that shows a team wants to win now, not just years from now. The Ravens are playing to win in the present. And even with all the focus on Henry, it's worth remembering that another key Baltimore offensive player also stood out on the list of top veterans. Derrick Henry proved that age does not define a player's limit by delivering a historic season and establishing himself as the Ravens' dominant force. With impressive numbers and a lucrative contract extension, it's clear Baltimore is betting heavily on his decision-making power for the coming years. But will Henry be able to maintain this level of excellence despite the natural wear and tear over time? And what impact will this have on the franchise's future? Share your opinion in the comments. I want to know what you think about this Henry era with the Ravens.
And if you, just like me, are passionate about the world of football and want to learn more about the Ravens' legacy, don't leave this video without sharing it with that friend who is also a Baltimore Ravens fan and will love this content. See those video suggestions on your screen? The first one was handpicked just for you, and the other is a recommendation from YouTube itself. See you there, and until the next video, go Flock.